officially Canadian, but I feel like you've kind of been adopted as an honorary Canadian.
Yeah.
You train TriStar. So how's fight week been now that the hard part's over and it's only a couple days away?
Yeah, no, it's exciting. It's been a tough camp, long notice, grueling camp, and I'm happy to be at the arse end of it and be in fight week. You know.
Why was it so difficult or hard? Was it like injuries in camp, or was it just you pushed yourself harder in this one?
Just the style of the partners we were bringing in, adjustments we had to make, and even just it was a long notice. They give such a long notice. It was like 16 weeks, and I was like, okay, yeah, cool. But yeah, that's the main reason, and gives you a bit of time to do trial and error, try new techniques, bring in different partners, and we had some big dogs coming in trying to put it on me week in, week out, and it's a long time.
Do you like these 16-week camps, or do you prefer it to be the 8 weeks? Because 16 weeks, I would imagine, is tough on your body.
8's quite nice. 8's quite nice.
I'm curious when you bring up like it's been a hard camp preparing for Movsar. Like obviously Max is one of the better fighters in the division, but he's primarily kind of a stand-up guy. Is preparing for a guy like Movsar in some way more difficult than preparing for a guy like Max Holloway because of the style that Movsar brings into the octagon?
No, not really. That camp was fucked up. I had some injuries, some bad shit, so it was rough. But yeah, no, this one's definitely been better.
What do you make of Movsar's skill set in there? Because I know obviously he's been struggling to get big names, highly ranked guys. So even he says like, they haven't really seen what I can do against the best of the division. So what do you make of his skill set in there?
I think he's a really good athlete, really good fighter, highly talented, highly skilled, and yeah, dangerous opponent, and I can kind of relate to some of those feelings when I was coming up, like wanting to fight top guys and no one wanting to give up their ranking spot to fight someone below him. But there's tougher fighters outside of that. Sometimes I look up and I'm like, oh, that guy's ranked higher than me and he's an easier fight than this one. So it's very easy to be number 3 and then be like, oh, I'm only fighting 2 or 1. And it's just like, everyone does that. It sucks. Just, it's MMA. The rankings are kind of, whatever. So it don't mean anything unless you're number 1.
Did you have to sign posters with him?
Yeah, I didn't have to. He asked if it was okay. I was like, yeah, sure. Some guys are weird, man. Like some guys are weird, but he's cool. He seems cool. I thought people when I walk in the room, I sort of give them a nod, like, "You all right, mate?" And they're just like angry, and I'm like, "All right, weirdo." And I won't say any names, but some guys have thought are proper weird guys. So, yeah.
Did you talk much while you were signing posters?
Nah, not much. Just kind of, he had his whole team there, and they were talking in different languages, and I was just like, okay.
Arnold, over here. We talked about you've done a lot of training at TriStar. You've spent a lot of time in Canada. How does it feel to finally be fighting in Canada?
Yeah, it's cool. Actually, before the card was announced, like someone said about them coming to Canada, I kind of assumed I came here in 2015 to start training at TriStar, and I've never been anything to do with any Canadian event, and I made a joke about it, like, oh, I definitely want to be on that one. And yeah, now I'm on it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool.
Fighters talk all the time about how much they learn from taking a loss, something that you had not done in so long.
Here we go. I've been asked this question about 50 times.
Where was your head
It's
at?
shit. Losing is shit. However you spin it, losing sucks. I get half my money. I missed out on a title fight. I would have probably made $1 million on pay-per-view. I'm fucking broke. My mother-in-law bought me some Gucci slides, which is pretty cool for my birthday. I can't afford them myself.
So then, is that one reason you kind of jumped to this Movsar fight? You said, well, this is my chance to just get right back in there and get that title fight, get that $1 million or however much you're going to get for it.
Yeah, I don't care about the money. I'm joking about that, but yeah, I want to be world champion, and this is the fight I think puts me back into the title picture. After the Holloway fight, I was asking for Ortega because same thing I was saying earlier, like he was a fight I thought was easier than these guys down the line, and he was a higher ranked guy. It was like, it made sense. But, I don't want easy matchups. This guy's tougher. He's undefeated. He's coming to prove his own claim for a title. And, I want to show I'm still there in that picture.
Arnold, right here. Sorry about that. Asked Movsar about your takedown defense earlier, and you haven't been taken down, I don't think, since 2018. He says, well, he hasn't, been tested. He hasn't been tested by anyone on his level. I mean, what are your thoughts of his wrestling, and do you feel you have faced someone, on his level?
Maybe not in the wrestling. most of the guys I've been fighting recently have been strikers, so that stat is a bit skewed because they're all strikers, right? Holloway's not going to shoot a takedown. Calvin Kattar's not really going to shoot a takedown. Dan Hooker's not going to shoot a takedown. So, yeah. But yeah, also like I think he's basing a lot off of one fight where I fought and I got taken down a bunch and controlled on the ground. I think he's asked for me a lot, and I'm pretty sure he's seen that fight, and he's like, yeah. He's gonna get taken down, whatever. I had pre-COVID in that fight. I was sick as a dog, so I don't like to make excuses, but it's no excuse if I won the fight. So, yeah, after like a minute, I was gassed the fuck, had no cardio, and I got taken down, and I figured I'd lay on my ass until I could choke the guy out, and it worked out.
And just one more. Obviously, there is a title fight coming up. What is your pick for Volkanovski-Topuria?
I've answered this 100 times today as well. Let me think. I want to give you a different answer than I've given other people. Yeah, I think Topuria is going to beat him.
Really?
That's a different answer than I've given everyone else.
Thanks.
No worries.
Over here, Arnold.
I did.
Aside from the training, what's your favorite part about being in Canada?
Ooh. I love home. I have a lot of family here, a lot of good friends here, and a lot of people I really like at the gym training with. I do enjoy the winter. Like it kind of brings a nice aspect to the training, like a little Rocky theme. When I first sort of got into the UFC and I got a little bit of money, I thought about going down to Miami to train, and I was just seeing people I know train there, sitting on the beaches and like living the dream, and I was just like, nah, like, that's not me. That's soft. I'm not doing that. So I come to Canada, and the concrete looks pretty shit. It's cold. The roads are crazy. There's potholes, and the French Canadians ain't the politest. But it's nice. I like it. It works.
Have you gotten into hockey at all since you've trained in Canada? It's obviously pretty big.
Yeah, no, I've actually been watching hockey, and in Montreal, the Habs, the goalie, his name's the same as my brother, Jake Allen, so it's actually kind of weird. You can get a Jake Allen jersey. But, oh no, wait, I'm a sellout now, though. I'm a Leafs fan.
There you go. Good answer. Obviously, TriStar is sort of known for being one of the premier gyms, but I know there's obviously a lot of new people there training. Who do you get to work with over there? Like, who helped you prepare for this fight, as far as main training partners?
Yeah, a lot of guys. We have, Mossad Bektik was coming in to help me. Ayman Zahabi was really helping me all the time. Louis Sanadakis, and he's a great training partner. So many guys. Mehdi, he's an Iranian wrestler, like good professional MMA fighter now. I think he's like 4-0, 5-0, but comes from Iran. He's a strong boy. He's a good wrestler, same weight. There's so many guys to name, but week in, week out, it's in the camp. It's trying to bring different guys in, the pressure, and having Faraz at the head of the ship, sort of running things. There's always new guys coming in, and if this guy's a bit fatigued, he brings someone else in, and then it was hell.
I'm glad you brought up Louis. Are you surprised the UFC hasn't picked him up? Obviously, he's very talented. Pretty much everyone I talk to at TriStar just raves about him as a training partner.
Yeah, I'd love to see him get his opportunity. Someone, he's so good. He's, through this camp, I train with him, and he always shows up, pushes the pace, whatever's needed, and he's a funny guy, cool guy. Like, he definitely deserves an opportunity. I'd love to see him get it.
And just last one for me. I don't know if you pay attention to this, but what are your thoughts on being the underdog in this fight, just considering who you fought and who you've been in the cage with?
I don't care.
Back here. So George St. Pierre, he did an interview this week, and he said that he's picking you to win by third round knockout. So how important has a guy like George been to you in your journey?
Yeah, George was kind of the main reason I came to TriStar to train. I grew up watching GSP and idolized him in a way. And they said don't meet your heroes. So when I met George, he was actually even nicer in person. He's a bit of a quirky, funny guy, but he's awesome. And just when you get to train with someone like that, and he gives you some pointers, and it really sticks. Someone I consider the GOAT, like he's the best of all time for me. He's done it all, and even in his retirement, he's still a true martial artist. So he still trains more than a lot of guys that are competing. He's in great shape, and he's a good role model all around.
Nice. And obviously, this is not England, but does this kind of feel like a home game for you?
Yes and no. Like yes and no. It is kind of is like a second home to me, but you know, I don't know if these guys perceive it that way. For me,
Arnold, sorry, one more thing. I know you might have your own title fight to worry about soon if everything goes well on Saturday, but I was curious for your thoughts on the middleweight main event between Strickland and Duplessis, if you have a pick there.
I haven't actually thought about it too much, but you know, Dricky's got a very awkward style. Looks like a big, strong boy. Strickland also has an awkward style too. Very different, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Strickland. I think Strickland's gonna get the win there. I think he's gonna be able to put the pressure on him and keep it going. I think Strickland gets the win.
Who made this merch for you?
My missus. She runs the almighty merch shop, you know, she kills it. My missus kills it. She does all the t-shirts, the designs, this stuff. Yeah. I just post some shit on Instagram now and then, and she's like, don't share that. I'm like, okay, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, thanks guys.